my Cardiff City 0, Coventry City 1 review. Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to do my Cardiff City 0, Coventry City 1 review. And yeah, it was a must win. It was a huge win. Looking at the table, if we had lost that, we could have gone, you know, miles off safety. Honestly, we had to win that game. We could have been on 7. We could have been 7 points off safety with Hull with a game in hand. But West Brom, yeah. So we would have been 7 points off safety. It was a huge win. A huge win. We had to win that game. I thought on the balance of play, I think we deserved at least a point out of that game. But luckily we got all 3 points. So yeah, looking at match stats, you know, Cardiff dominated us. You see on match on the possession on the screen, Cardiff, you know, yeah, Cardiff did batter us. 15 shots to our 11, 1 on target to our 4. So we had more shots on target with less shots, so that's better. We had less possession, less passes. We did have more pass accuracy, way more fouls, double their fouls. We had 12, they had 6. More yellows. No red cards. We had more offsides, and they had more corners. So on the balance of play, I think we deserved at least a point out of that game. To get all 3, I thought, you know, was well done to us defensively. I think we did quite well defensively, but I think Callum Doyle's now injured, which is not great. That leaves us down to 3 defenders, and we play a 3 back. So yeah, it's not brilliant. But going into the Sheffield United game, we have Hamer back, we may have Callum O'Hare back, and we may have Liam Kelly back. 3 key players there back. Going into the game, you know, we sit 24th. Cardiff, I don't know where they sat, but it's matter. We had to win. We were not on a bad run of form, but I think we had 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in our last 5. We had probably, you know, we looked good. Going into this game, we just came back from a 1-0 loss over Burnley. I thought on the fair share things, I thought we could have got at least a point out of that game over Burnley. But looking at our team now, you know, we've got Wilson in goal, getting clean sheets after clean sheets. He only conceded 1 goal to Burnley. We've got so many clean sheets now, like so many clean sheets. You know, we had a clean sheet over Birmingham, Middlesbrough, and now Cardiff. Like, they're good teams, and we're getting clean sheets out of them. So defensively, we're doing well defensively. In the up front, I think Gyökeres, he's a good player, of course, he is a good player, but he is so frustrating. As a Cov fan, he is one of the most frustrating strikers ever. He's one of the most frustrating strikers we've ever had. When he gets into so many good positions, he can create chances on his own. He's that good, he can just create. And he doesn't bury his chances. He misses so many. I think he had an early chance over Cardiff, and he skied it. He skied pretty much an open goal. How can you sky that? Yeah, he does get onto the score sheet. I think the Middlesbrough goal really tips it off. That was a great goal against Middlesbrough. But looking at yesterday against Cardiff, what was Gyökeres doing? What was Gyökeres actually doing? Yeah, he skied a must chance, and then the goal came from some good, decent football. I think it was shifting to Allen. Allen had a shot, save Gyökeres tapping, but you know, it was a good position to be in. Gyökeres, he found his way into that. But I just don't see Gyökeres and Godden working. That's the 2 I just don't see working, because they're both similar players. You know, Godden and Gyökeres both have the same mind. They both make the same runs. And we have Heckles in midfield, Chief, Allen. And it's not threading the balls. They are threading balls, but honestly, like, we need O'Hare back into the team, and then we can play our lineup. We can play our formation. We can play possibly a 3-4-1-2 with O'Hare in that cam position, who creates chances for Gyökeres, for Godden. But what I think, and a few Cov fans are saying this, what I think we need to do, yeah, is playing Waghorn and Gyökeres. We need to focus on Gyökeres because Godden's had his career. He's 31. He's he is a good player. He can come off the bench. But Waghorn and Gyökeres, you have two strikers pretty much. I've got a striker who scores and a striker who assists, is a hold up man. I think Waghorn does that really well, and he came on, he created a few chances for us, and that's what we need. We need a striker who can create as well. If we were having two strikers with Godden and Gyökeres, who just want goals, pretty selfish in many ways. We need a striker who can just relax, hold the ball, and play a nice ball into Gyökeres. I think we need to focus on Gyökeres because he's younger. 23, 24. We just need to focus on Gyökeres and Waghorn, and then bring on Godden, possibly for Gyökeres, possibly for Waghorn. Waghorn's is about 32, but he's experienced in the game. He knows how to play, and Waghorn's been, I think we are definitely not really. I don't know what we're doing with Waghorn, but yeah. Michael Rose came on for Doyle. I think that's a decent lineup looking at there. Ben Wilson's a decent goalie. Panzo, Mafadzi and Doyle. So we started off with Dabo, Sheafley, Heckles, Allen and Bidwell. Hamer comes back for Sheffield United. Huge. And then we've Godden and Gyökeres. And then going in the second half, we were 1-0 up and there was a big shout. Robinson did put the ball in the back of the net, but it went to the linesman for offside or handball. I don't actually know what happened, but I think it was offside, and he wasn't. It hit Mafadzi and went into Godden, so went into Robertson. So yeah, pretty disappointed there. On another day that was a goal, so we would have dropped points, but we're creating chances. That's the key. Our next step is to take them, and we're keeping clean sheets, so I don't think we need to really focus on the defensive side of things. I think we still need to just keep out on that defensive side of things, because it could easily just go, especially now we only have 3 centre backs, or we're going to have to play a Dabo or Bidwell or Heckles or whatever at centre back. So we've got options, but we want them to be more upfield. But looking at that, a huge 1-0 win for the Sky Blues. That puts us 24th, still bottom, but only 4 points off safety. So absolutely huge scenes for us. Our first away win of the season, our second win of the season, both 1-0 over Middlesbrough and Cardiff. So huge 3 points. Our next 5 games are really going to be interesting. Our next 5 games could be, absolutely huge, pivotal point for us. So our next 5 games are, I'll just say them: Sheffield United on Wednesday, Stoke next Saturday, Rotherham next Tuesday, Blackpool on the 29th of October, and Blackburn on the 1st of November. And then 4 days after that, Watford. So yeah, we are in a very interesting point here. Our next 6 games are quite tough. And then we go, and these are our last 8 games before the World Cup. We'll go for 8 games. 8 games until the World Cup. We do break up for the World Cup. Sheffield United at home, Stoke away, Rotherham at home, Blackpool at home, Blackburn away at home, Watford away, Wigan at home, QPR at home. 8 games, loads of them at home. We've got Sheffield United, Rotherham, Blackpool, Blackburn, Wigan and QPR. In the next 8 games, we have 2 away games. We have loads of home games, so we just have to really capitalise. And we have so many games now. Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. We have so many games at home, and so many games in between each other as well. It's going to be fascinating to definitely see that. But yes, a huge win for the Sky Blues. That pushes us up to only 4 points off safety. A huge win in a pivotal moment of the season. That does wrap up the video. Sorry for no preview on Friday. I was at a sleepover. But yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. As you can see, all the live scores, all the scores there at the bottom. There's Hull versus Birmingham on Sunday, today at 3 o'clock. But every other game happened, and yes, it's absolutely huge. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Peace out.